is a frequency distribution table. Okay, we formed this out of this data here. Okay, you can see from 0 to 2. So you start counting. So 0, the highest value there should be 2. Okay, so you start, say, this is a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. That's how they got this 3 here. Okay, the next one, 3 to 5, meaning the highest should be 5. Start counting. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay, 6. That's why you have 6 there. We'll do the same for the rest of them. Okay, now from this point to this point is what we call the class interval. Okay, 3 to 5 is the second class interval, 6 to 8 is the third class interval, and so on. Then the upper class limit for class interval 0 to 2 is 2. So for this class interval, this is the upper class limit. Okay, this is the lower class limit. For this class interval 12 to 14, this is the upper class limit. This is the lower class limit. Okay, then you have what you call the lower class boundary for class interval 0 to 2. The lower class boundary, you go 0.5 below. Okay, 0.5 lower. So you subtract 0.5 from this. Okay, that will give you the lower class boundary, which is minus 0.5. Okay, then the upper class boundary, you add 0.5 to this, that is 2.5. So the upper class boundary for interval 0 to 2 is 2.5. Why we did that is that you want to group your data, isn't it? And you don't want them to overlap. So you don't want to see an item, a data point that will fall in this group and also fall in this group. So you stop at 2 here, you go plus 1, you start 3 here. Okay, then the boundary of that between 2 and 3, okay, is what? Is 2.5. Which is 2.5. That's why here we stop at 2.5, and the lower boundary here, okay, the lower class boundary here, we also start at 2.5. Okay, I hope you understand. So that's why you have all this upper class boundary for class interval 0 to 2 is 2.5. Then the lower class boundary is equal to, you subtract 0.5, okay, from the lower one there. So that's why you have the class width. You have class width now. Class width is from the lowest here to the highest here. Okay, and remember we are going 0.5 lower and 0.5 higher. So when you talk about the class width, it is what? The upper class boundary minus the lower class boundary. So which is what? 3. The class width is 3. If you want to count from 0 to 2 now, you say 0, 1, 2. You must have counted 3 units. Okay. Then the last thing I want to explain to you is the mid-class value, or the class mark. We call it the class mark in some books. Okay, class mark. The class mark is when you add the 2 and divide by 2. Okay, this plus this over 2. That's the class mark. Okay, that's the center of the class interval.